Hello student, welcome to this SYBCom Business Economics Macro, the chapter number 1 Money, and we are looking here 1.4 cash balance approach for value of money. Before that we are looking the approaches of the value of money which is explained by the Fisher, and this is the new approach. It's called a cash balance approach for value of money. So there is two approaches of value of money. Before that we also discussed the what is value of money. The value of money means the purchasing power of the money. How many goods you can purchase with the 1 unit of money, it's called the value of money. It's arises from the capability to purchase a number of goods and services for the purchase use. Value of money is mean the purchasing power of money over the goods and services of country. What a rupee can buy in India represent the value of money of the rupee. So there are the different definition given by the different economics. According to Robertson, the value of money means the amount of thing in general which will be given in exchange for unit of money. And according to Crowther, the value of money is what it will buy. So how many goods we can purchase with 1 unit of money, it's called the value of money. So there are two approaches developed in economics. The transaction approach, which is explained by the classical economist Fisher, and another approach is the cash balance approach, which is explained by the Cambridge economist Dr. Marshall, P.Adhav, Robertson, and later on the Keynes also added his equation for the cash balance approach in Cambridge version. So let us discuss with the second approach, which is the quantity theory of money. The Fisher's quantity theory of money also we looking in short in this lecture. The Irving Fisher is explain his view about the how the value of money is determined. He explained his view in his book The Purchasing Power of Money in 1911, and it was present in the form of equation of exchange. So statement of his theory, the order thing remain constant. There is a direct relation between the price level and the supply of money, and value of money decrease in vice versa. So in short, according to the Fisher, there is two things are important to decide the value of money. Demand for money and supply of money is important. In short run, demand for money is constant, that's for the supply of money is important. When the supply of money become double, price level also become double, and the value of money become a half, and vice versa. But there is the another view, cash balance approach, which is explained by the Dr. Marshall, P.Adhav, Robertson, and Keynes. The Cambridge University formulated the Cambridge cash balance approach as an alternative to the Fisher quantity theory of money, which is explained by Dr. Marshall, P.Adhav, Robertson, and Keynes. And Fisher transaction approach emphasis on the medium of exchange function. On other hand, the Cambridge approach is given based on the store of value of function of money. So according to cash balance approach, demand for money and supply of money determine the value of money. So Fisher and Cambridge economics both are agree the demand for money and supply of money decide the value of money. But the Cambridge economists think that the supply of money is constant in short period of time, and therefore the demand for money is important to decide the value of money. So these approaches consider the demand for money and the supply of money at a particular moment rather than a period of time transaction theory does it. So there is not a period of time transaction considered in cash balance approach. So supply of money at a particular period of time comprise all the cash and the bank deposit subject to withdrawal by check, and demand for money according to Fisher's equation they consider that it is the P multiplied by T, means price level multiplied by the total volume of goods and services transaction. So money demanded by people by goods and services, and demand for money according to Cambridge economics is quantity of money which held by private individual commercial firms and government meet their day-to-day transaction, their precautionary needs, demand for money, demand for cash balance, which in the community which to hold. So demand for money for cash holding is important according to Cambridge Economics and cash balance approach. Demand for money from the people for the cash holding. So some of the part of income they hold cash in various purposes according to cash balance approach. The demand for money arises out of the liquidity preference of the people, and liquidity means cash holding of the people. Since at a particular moment of supply of money fixed, it is the demand for money that largely account for the change in the price level. As such, cash balance approach also called the demand theory of money. Fisher's theory is explain the how the supply of money the impact on price level and value of money, but cash balance approach is explain that how the demand for money is impact onto the price level and value of money. That's why it's called the demand theory of money. The Cambridge cash balance approach consider the demand for money for medium of exchange but also store of value purpose. So they consider the second function of money, store of value. The actual demand for money comes those who want to the whole want exchange it for the goods and services. Cash transaction approach money as a medium of exchange, money on the wing, and the cash balance approach thinks that the money as a store of value means money is sitting. So cash transaction approach thinks that the medium of exchange means money is wings, and cash balance approach thinks that the money is a sitting or store purpose. So there is the cash balance approach which is explained by. Before looking of the Cambridge equation, we looking here the some assumption of the cash balance approach or Cambridge theory. So first assumption of the cash balance approach is the value of the money is depend on the demand for money rather than the supply of money. So value it depend on the demand for money rather than the supply of money. So value of money depend on the demand for money. The second assumption is theory that a specific level demand for money and supply of money is equal to each other. So at a specific level demand for money and supply of money are equal to each other according to this theory. The second assumption is given. The third assumption is that store of value function of money is more important. So in this theory, in this approach, the store of value function of money is given more importance. The next assumption is that the demand for money is depend on the cash holding or habit of the society. So society's habit is holding of cash and it's depend upon their cash holding and their habits. The next assumption is that full employment situation is given for the analysis. And the last assumption of this theory, the elasticity of demand for money is unitary elasticity. So these are the assumptions we looking in this theory. The next point is the equation of the all Cambridge economics. So cash balance approach, thus according to Cambridge cash balance approach, demand for money is implied for the cash balances. So according to Cambridge economics, Marshall, Pugh and Robertson, the cash balance approach for the given supply of money at point in time, the value of money is determined the demand for the cash balances, because supply of money is the short period is the not fixed the value of money. So explanation of this theory, a cash balance is the proportion of the real income which is the people desire to hold in the form of money. So people not hold the entire income in their hand, they hold some proportion of 10 or 20% in their hand of the total income. When the people increase the demand for money for liquidity preference or cash holding in their hand, they will be reduce the expenditure on goods and services, have large cash is holding. So conversely, the fall in the demand for money will be rise in the price level and will be reduce the value of money. So when the people hold more money in their hand, means the less spend for the goods and services. So cash balance approach says that when the people hold more money in their hand, or demand for goods and services is less, and the value of money will be increased. So conversely, the fall in demand for money will be rise when the price level and will be reduce the value of money. So next is about the explanation that cash balance approach. So cash balance approach, there is a different equation given by the different 3 or 4 economists. First equation given by the Dr. Marshall. So Dr. Marshall is explain his equation is equal MV equal to KPY. So according to Marshall, cash balance equation, MV equal to KPY, means M means the total supply of money, currency plus demand deposits, P means the price level, Y means the aggregate real income, and K is the fraction of the real income which is the people desire to hold in form of money. So part of the income which is people desire to hold in their hand. The next, thus the example in M is the 10,000, Y is the 1 lakh units, and K is the 5.5, K is the 0.5. Then the value of money means 1 upon P, how much it is to find out with help of this equation. So K Y upon M is equal to, so we know the 0.5 is the K, so 5 multiplied by the units which is the Y, so Y means there is the 1 lakh units, and upon M means 10,000 rupees, so there is equal 5 units for the goods per rupees, it is the value of money, and the price level P will be is find out, so M upon KY is equal to 10,000 of the money supply multiplied divided by 5K multiplied by the 1 lakh units, so equal to the 1 upon 5 is per unit is the value of money as per the Marshall's equation. The another equation is given by the Pigu's cash balance equation. He also given the some equation form is the 1 upon P, means the value of money is equal to KR upon M. So P means the price level, it's also called the 1 upon P is the purchasing power, and R is the total real income of the real resources, and K is the proportion of real income held of people in the form of money, and M is the total money supply. So since money supply is held in community in the form of cash from bank deposit, according to Pigu, K was the significant than M, explaining changing in the purchasing power of money. So this means the value of money depend upon the demand of the people to hold money in their hand, and assuming that K and R is the constant, relation between the money supply M and price level be direct and proportionate according to Pigu. The third equation is given by the Robertson. According to Robertson, his equation M is equal to KPT. So M is the money supply, P is the price level, and T is the total amount of goods and services to be purchased during the year, just like the Fisher equation T. So K is the proportion of the T which people which hold in the form of cash, so proportion of the income hold in hand is called the K. So according to Robertson cash balance equation, P change directly with the M, means money supply, and inversely with the proportion of hold in hand and the goods and services transaction. So another part, the Keynes is also joined to the Cambridge version, and he also given the one equation to the cash balance approach, because he also preferred to the people demand for money for the liquidity preference or the cash holding. So according to Keynes, the N is equal to the cash hold by the general public, and Keynes also given one equation, N is equal to Pk, or P is equal to N upon K. So P means the price level of consumer goods, K means the real balance or proportion of consumer goods over which in cash kept in hand. So assume the K, the constant, a change in the N, the cause of direct and proportionate change in P. In other words, if the quantity of money in circulation is double, the price level will be also double, provided the K remain constant. So including bank deposit in money supply, Keynes extend the equation in another way. So another way he also explained his equation. R is equal to cash reserve ratio of the bank. So P equal to N upon K plus RK dash. So K dash is the real balance held in the form of bank money. Again, assume K and K dash and R are constant. Change in N means the proportion held in cash, cause direct proportionate change into the price level P. So Keynes also added his equation in cash balance approach. So in short, they think that the value of money is decided the demand for money, and Fisher think that the demand for money is the constant and supply of money is decided the value of money. So there are some criticism also given into the cash balance approach. The cash balance approach, the criticism is that the cash balance theory is based on the unrealistic assumption the demand for money has the uniform and T is the N2 because in dynamic society the elasticity of demand for money cannot be unitary. This is the unrealistic assumption. The simple tourism means the like Fisher transaction equation MV equal to PT. The Cambridge equation also given the M is equal to KPY is also simple tourism. So there is no new thing explained by the Cambridge version like the old wine in new bottle. Similar thing explained by the Cambridge economists. So neglect the other motives that according to some economists the cash balance approach not properly analyze the various motive holding in the cash. For example, ignore the speculative motive for holding of money with the causes the violent changes in demand for money. So people hold money for the precaution purpose, transaction purpose, speculative purpose or motive. These motive not explained by the Cambridge approach. Another critique is the consumption goods only. They consider only about the consumption goods. The people hold money in their hand in the goods form. So a serious defect on Cambridge equation that seek the explanation of value of money or the purchasing power of money is termed in consumption good only. They ignore the investment goods altogether. So neglect the rate of interest. They not given more explanation about how the rate of interest is impact. Cash balance approach ignore the role of rate of interest, the explaining change of the price level. Rate of interest is defining influence of demand for money. So they neglect the rate of interest. Ignore the influence of real factor. The real factors like the saving, like the investment and income. These real factors effect neglect these theory according to economics. Another critique is that the neglect the real balance effect. The cash balance approach ignore the real balance effect, which means an individual wealth of influence by change in money balance and price level. The changes in wealth, the further influence of expenditure on goods is not explained in his theory. They ignore the secondary bank deposits. The secondary bank deposits is important for credit creation, but this theory is not looking to the secondary deposits according to economics. The other critics that the approach view a real income as also sole determinant of K. It is the ignore the influence of price level, banking and business habits of people, business integration, etc. on the value of K is not given in this theory. The theory lack of the quantitative exactness and means extent to which price and output will be changed due to the given change in the supply of money. When the supply of money change, And what is the change in price? It's not explained in theory. It is difficult to have accuracy measures of real income of the country. So it is the demand for money side theory according to economics. So summary of this theory: the cash balance approach as an alternative to Fisher equation theory of money. Marshall, Pigou and Robertson, Keynes, etc. They explain the cash balance approach, and these people explain their views that the demand for money is decide the value of money. The Cambridge cash balance approach based on the store of value function of money. The Cambridge cash balance approach demand for money, not a medium of exchange, demand for money for store value purpose. So actually demand for money come from those who want to exchange its goods and services. So since a particular moment supply of money fixed, so demand for money is important to decide the value of money. And there are some criticism on the cash balance approach given by the economist. Despite of this, all these unrealistic assumption, ignorance of the rate of interest, and these real factor neglected, this shortcoming, the theory has the important, it emphasizes the important of the demand for money as a main determinant of the value of money. So it is light on the demand for money is important component to decide the value of money. So thus the theory has made a valuable contribution, clarify the problem of value of money. So you can refer this point, the book of Emerging Macroeconomic Theory in the publication, and Rasad R.G. P.Adhav, then Kapdi Gotekar Business Economics Sem-IV, Prashant Publication Jalgaon book you also use for this point. And assignment question, the explain in detail the cash balance approach value of money for 15 marks will be asked in your examination. So thank you for watching this video. Next time we will be looking the next chapter and the next video. Thank you.